In this video, we're going to show you how to unleash the power of calculated graphs. This powerful feature has many benefits. It ensures accurate data, saves you countless time, and provides a way to quickly identify missing values. To highlight these benefits, we'll explore the following features. 1. The simple addition graph. 2. Child and parent relationships. 3. Identifying missing values. 4. Calculating ratios such as conversion rates. 5. Calculating averages using offset. 6. Using offset in cumulative values. And finally, for those who really want to geek out, we'll show you how to apply quantum field theory to graphs for no particular reason at all. Let's start with how to create a simple graph that totals the value of your sales team. This, of course, can be applied to any type of graph, not just sales. Head over to the Graphs view and find the green button that says New Graph. Note, you'll only be able to see this if you have owner permissions. See links in the help docs below for more information. Click on the green button to create a new graph. Give it a name. Now, here's the key to creating a calculated graph. Choose the graph type, Calculated. When you choose Calculated, you'll see new settings appear. The first step is to find the graph you want to use in the formula. In this case, we're going to find the graphs of the sales team. We'll search for sales. Choose the graph we want and click Add Graph. We'll repeat this process for all graphs we want in the formula. Notice each graph is given a unique reference ID. The G denotes graph, and the number is the sequence in which they were added to the list. Now all we need to do is create the formula. We can choose any of the following mathematical calculations: plus, minus, multiplication, and division. This example is a simple addition graph to total all sales, so we need a formula that looks like this: G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus G4. We can do this in two ways. The first way is to type it. Another way is to click on the reference ID, which adds it to the formula. Then click Addition and repeat this process. This way avoids any accidental mistakes typing the formula. Envisage will let you know if the formula is invalid or correct. You are not able to create or update a graph with an invalid formula. Now we are all set. Let's create the graph. There you have it, total sales, which will automatically calculate whenever the sales team updates their values. Now let's move on to feature number 2, the child and parent relationship. The calculated graph is called the parent, and the children graphs are those used in the formula. You can easily view the children via the graph menu. You can open them up individually or all at once. You can also view the children's values by clicking on a data point in the parent graph, which will display the data point summary. That takes us to feature number 3, identifying missing values. Let me ask you a question. Using calculated graphs saves lots of time manually adding up values or using complex spreadsheets and entering the data in multiple systems. But how do you know if everyone on your sales team is updating their graphs? How can you be certain that the total sales is the real total? Never fear, we've got you covered with the Incomplete Values Special Integrated Warning System. Actually, that's not its real name, but it does sound impressive, which it is. How does it work? Simple, with an asterisk. If anyone has failed to report their stats, the calculated graph will display an asterisk next to that data point. Clicking on the data point will reveal the data point summary. Missing values are indicated by red numbers. And when you drill down into the detail, you can see who has missing values. These can be updated on the fly for convenience. If the parent graph value has no asterisk, you can be certain everyone has reported their stats for that period. Now let's move on to number 4, calculating ratios. Using the process as before, we create a new graph. Choose Calculated and select a series of graphs. In this example, let's work out the conversion rate between leads and sales. We want to know what percentage of leads does Joe close. So let's find the number of leads and number of sales graphs that belong to Joe. Leads divided by sales will give us the ratio. Now let's multiply that figure by 100 to make it a percentage. Under the value setting, we'll add the percent symbol so it's clear. There you go. Joe and his managers can easily monitor his conversion rate. Feature 5, calculating averages. Let's say you'd like to know the average sales for the last 3 months. This can easily be done with a calculated graph. In the formula, we'll add the same graph 3 times. Then we'll edit G2 and change the offset to 1 month. And for G3, we'll make it 2 months. Offset uses values from a prior period. In this case, we're getting 2 values, one from the prior month and another from 2 months ago. In the formula, we'll add them all together and divide the total by 3, giving us the average over the last 3 months. This method can be applied to any time frame, such as days, weeks, months, quarters, and years. The period option will adjust according to the current graph display. So that's how you can calculate the average. Keep in mind, this will automatically adjust over time, using the last 3 months to work out the average. This is commonly called a rolling or moving average. Feature 6, using offset in cumulative values. Let's say you can track the total number of clients on your database. This figure accumulates over time. What you really want to know is how many new clients do you get each week? Envisage can easily work this out for you. First, you need a graph to track your total number of clients. To find out how many new clients we get each week, we use the offset feature. We need to add the total clients graph to the list twice. For G2, we're going to offset this 1 week. Now the formula is simple. It's this week minus last week, or G1 minus G2. This graph automatically calculates the number of new clients each week, and all we have to do is report the total. Simple. And finally, we come to applying quantum field theory to graphs for no particular reason at all. Some of you may question the validity of this formula, but as you can see, Envisage says it's valid, so you know it's correct. Even Newton agrees. So if you need help with your quantum field theory or anything else in Envisage, reach out to support. We can fully onboard you and your team to get the most out of Envisage and help your business grow. Remember, you can always search our comprehensive help docs for more information. Links in the description below.